Hi everyone, it's Jacqueline, Heirloom Vintage and Collectibles. How are you? Good to see you again. Welcome to the channel. If you are a visitor and new, please consider subscribing. I'd love to have you join our family. If you're a returning family member, thanks for coming back and I really appreciate you. Today, I am excited to bring you tons of tins for my Haul-A-Palooza in September. Now, I had a big audacious goal of coming on every single day with all of my collections, all of my inventory, and doing a Haul-A-Palooza. Now, you did get a Haul-A-Palooza, but it wasn't every single day. Many reasons why, but one of them is I'm an analysis paralysis type of individual, and I wanted to have all of my collections in a form of a theme, and to do that would have been a huge undertaking, which I wasn't able to do. So I humbly come to you and say, this is my first authentic themed Haul-A-Palooza, even though you saw some things related to my hopefully new marketplace booth I'll be having in the late fall and things like that. But today, you guys, I have about 85% of the tins that I have curated over the past year. But what you're looking at right now is not a tin. It's a really cool box that I picked up. This was one of, I'd say, a first find. And it's a box. It may have been sort of a cardboard box, like a shoe box. And somebody knit it. I still haven't seen how they did this. And it could have been a bought piece. I don't know. I don't know if it was handmade or not. Whoever did it did a great job. But it's a box within a box. And I thought it was really cute. And it's this little one right here. And then it has a top to it. And it fits in this particular box. And it's in a league of its own. So I didn't know where to put it, but I thought I'd put it in this tons of tin Haul-A-Palooza for you. If you're new here or not a subscriber, please consider it so you can get some fabulous, awesome videos like this one. So as you can see, somebody knit it on top of this box. I have no idea how they did it. It could have been a crochet. I just know it's very cool. So this, I don't know. I had put some sewing notions in here, but I'm actually thinking of selling this. And I'm not sure if it's going to be in a mystery box or if I put it on eBay, but I just thought it was really cool. So what I've been doing related to my tins is I have a list of my tins. I already did research as much as I could and much as I'll be able to have on this video so that I can get through and talk about the tins that I have available. Some will be for sale, some will go on mystery boxes, and some I might keep. So the first one that I have is it is made in Holland. It's on the bottom, made in Holland. And some of the ones didn't have anything on the bottom, so I probably won't show them. But this is a vintage Wedgewood style tin. I did find some on eBay and other places. I haven't cleaned any of these tins, so you have to excuse the way they look. I don't like to clean something unless I hear from the potential buyer that they want to clean it, because some people have solutions on how they clean it. Because this one, it might have a little bit of dirt on it, and I really should just take a plain water cloth and wipe it down. But this is a beautiful tin, and it is a Wedgwood inspired piece from Holland. It's beautiful. I really like this one. My next tin is a vintage, it's called a Daher or Daher, D-A-H-E-R canister. This was made in England. And you see the wear on the bottom. I do not have dates on some of these pieces. I know the majority of them are vintage, and I mean like vintage 60s, 70 vintage, maybe even 50s. I might have a few newer ones than that, and you'll notice them. But this particular tin has a beautiful scenery. The color is awesome. I see this like in a bathroom or a powder room filled with all kinds of goodies. It could be cotton balls. You know, those cotton balls are so puffy that you need a larger tin for it. So this one, I am 85 or 80% sure it'll be on eBay, just FYI. Then this one is a Cottage Core Floral Meister style tin, and it is a beautiful scenery. I am sure, excuse my lighting if it glares or whatever. But I am sure that I will be selling this tin, and I just want you to look at that beautifulness that it has on it. It's such a pastel color, but not frilly, if you know what I mean. It's really cute. It will go with a lot of decor in, again, a powder room, on a bedside table, or anything like that. And you can put whatever you want in it. You know, I really should have tried to take this top off before I started filming. So let me see if I can show this without getting too much glare. Anyway, it's a Meister uh, tin, and this is what it looks like on the inside. Most of the tins on the inside looks pretty good. I'll try to open them up for you. It was just taking a lot of time to do that. I won't open that one, but it looks good on the inside. And I tried to put these in the order where I researched them. This was so cute. Now, of course, this is a newer item. It is a Girl Scout tin, and it's a collectible. I think they had maybe nuts in this tin, and there it is. You know, a lot of this will glare out, so but it is a collector's item, and you know, it's a really beautiful. I bought it because of the scenery, and it was just so vibrant in the color. And this could be in on the bedside table of one of the kids' room, a storage tin. You could put tea in it, whatever you wish. But I just thought it was a really cool Girl Scout collectible piece. And the next one that I have is a this heart shape. Now, of course, this is newer. Doesn't have tons of value uh, unless it's in the eyes of the beholder. This particular tin is so cool, and I did find some on the internet, and I will probably be putting this in a mystery box. In my mind, that's where it's gonna go. Just because to sell it, you know, unless somebody's really into the flower power thing, I think this is so pretty. So I'm not sure exactly if I'm gonna try to send it out alone, but in my mind, I was gonna have it in a mystery box. So there you go. This one is definitely a vintage Bowers Old Fashioned Mint tin. I did find some of these on eBay, and look at that. Look at the design on that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then the lettering, all of it, it's just beautiful. The color, everything. I'm just in awe of this particular one. It's an old-fashioned creamy mint tin. Now, what makes me think it's not like super old, even though it could be as old as the 60s or something, is because it has the weight on it, which doesn't mean anything. This is what I have to research, because when I was looking this up, some of these had the weight and some of them did not. And I don't know which one is the older ones. It's any out of you that's watching know of this particular tin, and if it has the weight on it, because I don't know what AVDP means. I didn't go that far back in researching it. let me know. And I bought a tin way back when I had first started like watching resellers on YouTube, and Jeffrey, Real Nifty Vintage, sold. I bought a tin from Jeffrey, and for the life of me, I do not remember what the tin was. And I was thinking to myself, well, I won't sell that tin. I did pay up for it, and I was going to keep it. Then I started collecting tins, and I just don't remember which tin I bought from him. It could have been this one, but I think I bought that myself. I know it wasn't this one. It could have been this one. Anyway, it doesn't matter because I don't remember which one it was. So most of these will be up for sale. This is a beautiful T10, and let's see if I have any info on this. They call it a Piccadilly Morning T10. And the scenery, again, all of these were so beautiful when I got them. There was a reason I got them. This one was because of the shape. It was because of the color. It's just a really cool piece. And there's another 10. I haven't decided. I did find it online, so I might end up selling it. A lot of the tins, I'm thinking that they will go into uh, be used as a gift vessel. Like if you buy something that could actually fit in the tin would be the vessel, and I would cover it and all of that. So I've talked about that before. This one, I could not find a ton of information on it. I did find some similar. I think these are orchids, and the shape I found round. I found some other squares, but this one has this type of shape, and I could not find an exact tin, but I know it's Helen. It's got the name on it. And look at that. Look at the font. Helen Harrison Candies, Chicago. Again, I found some online. You weren't getting top dollar for them, but they are so beautiful and vintage. And I just thought this one was so neat. I love the solid black with the beautiful orchids. Now, it's not in pristine condition, but I like vintage, and I like some of my vintage to look vintage, like it's been old and used. So that's where I put this particular Helen Harrison Candies. um, I would like to think this is 50s. That's what I would like to think. So the next one is this Mosaic Floral tin. This was made in Holland, and that's why I don't show you the bottom, really. I forgot what's on the bottom. I know it says made in Holland. That much I know. And this one, it looks good on the inside. I apologize. I could have taken the tops off. Give me a moment. Let me put your mind on something else while I try to open it. I can't with one hand. Anyway, look at that. The mosaic is beautiful. Now, I'm going to admit that the camera is showing it in better condition than it's in. It's in good condition, you guys, but it's got a little wear on it. It's got some age on it. Look at that. That is not, if that is not the most beautiful design, I love it. So this could be used as a sewing box, any kind of collectible items you want to protect. You could do anything with this tin. It's nice and substantial. Again, I don't know if I bought this from Real Nifty Vintage or if I picked this up myself, but I was drawn to it, and I may keep it. It looks all of like a mosaic piece of pottery if you look at it from the camera, but it is a metal tin, and it's gorgeous. So think about that. The next one, I didn't feel it was that old, but I am pretty sure it is probably vintage. It is this Jacinto 1965 to 1880. I was able to find this online, and again, I should have thought about how to open this up, but this video then would be 30 minutes long instead of 20 something minutes long. It's got the scenery on it. This would be cool, again, for a collection, for your sewing notions, for buttons, anything like that. Look at the color. Look at how beautiful. Again, I have not cleaned these. I hope people don't mind. I will wash them before whatever I decide to do with them, but I didn't want to put too much water on them. But I will take a rag to them, you guys. I apologize I didn't do that. But this was so cute to me. The color was stunning, and I picked it up because I thought it was a nice collector's piece. So it's the Texas. It was, some say fruitcake when I did my research on it, and it's a historical scenery. So I really enjoyed this piece just because of the color for the most part. This next tin, I don't think it is very vintage. I was able to find it. This one for me was a really cool tin. You can't really tell, even though you see the little reflection there. It's beautifully done. It has some kind of coating on it. The color is absolutely stunning. The scenery is absolutely stunning to me. The Key Lime Coolers Cookie Tin or Cookie Company. And it's got all of the info. I hate that glare on it, but it is such a cool piece. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this yet just because of the color and the theme. I might keep it myself just because I'm kind of partial to this green color and the scenery on the particular item. So that is the Key Lime Coolers. The next one is this, and maybe I bought this from Jeffrey, I don't know. This one is the what do we call this? This is a German tin. So if you turn it over, it's got all kinds of info on it. Sorry about the glare. It's verbiage or words I can't pronounce. Lebkuchen, Schmidt, GBH and Company. And I am sure it's German. Yep, made in Germany if you see it on the bottom there. But this also had such a beautiful scenery. It's nice, it's round, beautifully done. It's in good shape. And again, you could store this anywhere, wherever your heart's desire. You can just have it as a piece of really beautiful folk art in some ways. You can keep your tea in here. You can keep your nails in here if you wish. Don't put nails in it because it'll probably damage the tin or the metal. But look at that scenery. Isn't that gorgeous? So I'm sure I probably either bought this or picked this up from somewhere, and it was because I thought it was really cool. The next one is this Swiss Colony. Let me see if I can. The glare is real, y'all. Swiss Colony. Now, I did find these online, and it's got the info on it. I like the plain simplicity of this tin, and I might consider putting this up on eBay. Not that it would bring me the big bucks, but for somebody to enjoy it, I think. And some of you may have this in your own household already. I just like tins, and so that's my problem. The next one was a nice simple piece. Now, I showed you this mosaic piece. It's got raised. The way it's done is raised. This one is within the tin itself. I didn't find a lot of information about this tin. I just said it was a Victorian style tin. And this is one that if somebody buys something that's a small, I will consider putting the item within this item and then covering this item and ship it to them. Or it will end up in a mystery box of some sort where something small would also fit in there to protect it. So that's this tin. I picked it up for 50 cents. I thought it was a cool shape. And you can also, put knickknacks or something in there. So that's that one. We're getting down to the wire here. Let me look at my cheat sheet. I have another Girl Scout tin, you guys. And I don't know how old this is, but I know it's a collector. They have the green one. That's a collector's tin. And this one has like different things on it. Music, outdoor, sports. and I just thought it was neat. It's in the theme of Girl Scouts, and that's what I liked about it. It's kind of you know, simple and understated, but there are people who like this color. It's blue and gold. It will again hold anything that your heart desire. Getting down to the last couple of tins here. This one was one of my favorites in the sense of the coloring and the size. It's a beautiful tin, and I just thought the color was cool. It's small, handy. You could put little things in it. You could put something like this in your car where you would hold your change and just put it like under the seat or something. Like if you still pay change for meters, or, you know, if you give change to homeless people or people who are in need. So, or you could put money in it as well. But I just thought it was a carry along tin that you can put a lot of things into, and I thought that was cool. Let's see if I had any info on it. I think I did find this online. It's a Cardinal Red Berries Pine, and there's no markings on the bottom, you know, to identify anything, but I did find that tin online. And what else do we have? We have this cool tin. Is this the one? Yeah, it's called In Disgrace. I did find one online. I thought it was neat. Trying to put it up here so you can see the design on it and this little sparkle. Now, unlike this tin where it has the sparkle but it has some texture to it, this has the sparkle but there's no texture. It's very well made, I think. A nice little simple theme. It has the artist's name, Bess. I can't really read that, but it's Best something. And it's a cute tin. I did find it online, you know, as far as for sale and things like that. But the theme itself, the artwork is really beautiful. So I thought that was cool. And then last but not least, and thanks for hanging in there with me, guys, Jacqueline Heirloom Vintage and Collectible. Please subscribe to the channel. This is my tin collection. I think I have a few more hiding out somewhere, so this isn't 100% of my tins. Some will be on eBay, some will be sent to you if you buy something from eBay. Some will be in mystery boxes, and one or two I will be keeping myself. This one is the Twilight. Let me turn it so you can actually see it. I did find this online, the Twilight Saga. And it is for, it says something about trading cards, and it's kind of an understated, nice, simple, elegant piece. It's black and a silvery color. And the lighting on this doesn't really do it justice, but, you know, the glare on the tin, I'm trying to keep it at a minimum. But that black and red is just gorgeous. The design is gorgeous. And I probably will also have this as a vessel if somebody orders something and the things could fit inside of it. That's how I would do it. Please consider subscribing to the channel. Thanks again for joining me. Thank you for my Haul-A-Palooza. Thank you for looking at my tin collection. Let me know if there's anything in the comments that you want to purchase or give more feedback on, or give even some information about. And again, Jacqueline, Heirloom, Vintage, and Collectibles. And I will see you guys on the other side.